The moon, silent, beautiful, and constant. For billions of years, it has lit our skies, guided the tides, and shaped the very rhythm of life on Earth. But what if, in an instant, it was gone? No explosion, no warning, just gone. Tonight, Curiosity Now explores what would happen if the moon suddenly vanished, how it would change the oceans, the seasons, and even life itself. On the first night, most people would notice something unsettling. The sky would look darker than ever before. Moonlight, which reflects sunlight to Earth, brightens the night by nearly 400,000 times more than starlight alone. Without it, nocturnal animals like owls, wolves, and sea turtles would be disoriented. Tidal pools would calm, the waves would weaken, and coastal ecosystems that depend on the tides would immediately begin to suffer. For humans, nights would become far darker and colder, and the absence of the moon's gentle pull would begin to reshape the planet in ways we could hardly imagine. The moon's gravity is the reason our oceans rise and fall twice a day. It pulls on Earth's water, creating the familiar rhythm of tides that have existed for billions of years. Without the moon, the sun would become the only source of tidal force. But its effect is less than half as strong. That means the oceans would flatten. Coastal regions that rely on strong tides to recycle nutrients, such as coral reefs and estuaries, would begin to die. Marine life that depends on the push and pull of water, from crabs to plankton, would collapse in population. Within months, ocean ecosystems would be thrown out of balance, disrupting the global food chain from the bottom up. The moon doesn't just light our nights, it stabilizes our planet. Earth is tilted at 23.5 degrees, an angle responsible for the changing seasons. The moon's gravitational influence acts like a cosmic anchor, keeping that tilt steady. If it vanished, that anchor would be gone. Over thousands of years, Earth's tilt would fluctuate wildly, as little as 10 degrees or as much as 45. That means extreme seasonal changes, winters that plunge continents into ice for decades. Summers so hot that tropical zones would dry into desert. Life would be forced to constantly adapt or perish under these chaotic new cycles. The moon's gravity also slows down Earth's rotation, very gradually. Hundreds of millions of years ago, a day on Earth lasted only about 6 hours. Each century, the moon moves slightly farther away, lengthening our day by a few milliseconds. Without it, that slowdown would stop, and the opposite would happen. Earth's rotation would begin to speed up, days would slowly shorten, winds would strengthen as the atmosphere adjusted to the faster spin, and storms would become more violent. Even a few minutes difference per day would alter weather patterns, ocean currents, and global climate stability. Life on Earth evolved under moonlight. Many animals rely on the moon's cycles for hunting, migration, and reproduction. Sea turtles hatch under its glow and use its reflection to find the sea. Coral reefs spawn with lunar phases. Without that light, reproduction cycles across thousands of species would fail. For humans, the absence of moonlight would mean a permanent psychological shift. Throughout history, the moon has guided navigation, agriculture, religion, and art. Its disappearance would not only change ecosystems, it would alter our culture, our calendars, even our sense of time. Without the moon, the stars would shine brighter than ever. Astronomers would see the Milky Way in dazzling detail, a breathtaking but eerie sight. The night would become truly black, unbroken except by the stars and distant planets. The Earth's tides would settle into stillness, and the quiet rhythm of lunar months, once guiding life, would disappear forever. A calendar without months, a sky without a companion. Ironically, without the moon, Earth might not even exist as we know it. Scientists believe the moon formed 4.5 billion years ago, when a Mars-sized object called Theia collided with Earth. The debris from that impact coalesced into the moon, stabilizing our orbit and allowing life to develop. If that event had never happened, Earth's tilt would have swung violently for billions of years, making complex life nearly impossible. The moon has always been more than a celestial ornament. It's part of our origin story. So, what if the moon suddenly vanished? The tides would calm, the seasons would shift, the world would wobble into chaos. But perhaps the greatest loss would be something less measurable. the quiet beauty that connects us to the cosmos. A reminder that even in darkness, there's always light, reflecting somewhere in the distance.